exactly where it went. So what it did basically, after it left 24th Street, it went along Railroad Avenue, and then at the county line, it kind of had this jog to the east, and then that's where it went on its separate right-of-way. So this road is what essentially became Fort Crook Road that we know today. So I'm guessing that was one of the other thoughts that they had when they were looking at where to build the line, and then thinking about either coming, like I said, down to Fort Crook and then to Bellevue, or Bellevue then Fort Crook, which they ultimately decided on. And then it's really interesting how it like cut diagonally, really straight right through here, which is Old Town Bellevue, which was not developed at all back then, because back then Bellevue was just kind of this little spot right here where they had some development by the Presbyterian Church, basically. So, and then a lot of this was just farmland, basically, with some small pockets of property. And so, like, here's a sign from Marion Park right there, this development here. And so there were some people that were trying to get some residential developments along here, some which took off, and others, took a little bit longer. But this was basically, a lot of this was developed as Bellevue Boulevard, the Bellevue Boulevard area, which is this road along here. So, but yeah, so this is a better, or this basically shows the route, which is what's on your handout, intersposed on a modern aerial. So if you were to go out there, you could see where it ran. And most of this was single track, except I read that they had one double track area between Childs Road stop and Avery stop, where the streetcars could pass each other. So when these streetcars ran every half an hour, they had to use 2 cars, and it took about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more, to get from South Omaha to Fort Crook, and then they would come back and do another trip. And so then by the time you got back to South Omaha, it was basically about an hour round trip. So with 2 cars, you could do it every 30 minutes, but they had to cross each other somewhere. So they built this siding where the cars would cross each other. So, and I'm not aware of any